Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio May 26, 2022. No one is going to be catering to your needs today, so get on with it and do things your own way. You will find that there is little sympathy coming from others, and strong opinions are coming at you from all angles. There is a great deal of gossip buzzing around that you may be tempted to join in on. Don't be an enabler of this sort of behavior. It is only going to alienate you from others in the long run. Today you could decide to present yourself in a different manner. If you have been dressing and speaking conservatively lately, you could choose to wear something more colorful. You'll have fun dressing up and presenting your ideas in a more dynamic way. Let all of those considerable charms emerge and impress your associates today. Some interesting changes could start to happen if you make this shift. Don't be surprised if an unusual number of visitors come to your door today. A relative or co-worker could be in a black mood, which could spill over to you, as you are feeling more intuitive than usual. Realize that this is not coming from you, and let it go. Misinformation could come to you via phone, email, or regular mail. Check out the facts before you buy into it. Today you might enjoy doing something different with your living space. Sometimes you let a lot of clutter pile up, and suddenly, you're living in a big mess. Right now you could decide to get more organized. Think about filing away those papers and bills. Take some clothes to a charity and donate them. Put your house into order, and you'll soon find that your mind becomes clearer. Share your dreams with friends and relations. Inspired by you, they will want to be in your company. You might discover common interests enriching your relationships to other people. If you continue in this confident way, others will see you as a role model and follow you. Don't let yourself be irritated by doubts or ambitions. Anything you start now will go better for you than it will if you put it off, even for a day. It's a good time for you to start new things, new gigs, new art projects, new relationships. Sensitive to the feelings of others, anytime you are involved in conversation with someone who you find interesting, who grabs your attention, romantic thoughts race around your mind, occasional heart flutters indicate potential for romance. If you're chatted up, make the most of your appeal, try to be patient. Someone around you could suggest an interesting book, CD, or movie today. You probably have a lot of different interests, so you might be open to checking out their suggestion. Maybe they will recommend a video by a hot director. Or maybe you will hear about the interesting point of view that a new writer has. Energy is pulling you towards this creative venture, so don't be afraid to purchase or view it today. This isn't a time for action but one for understanding the situation you are in. You will have to be lucid regarding your family and friends and especially yourself. You sometimes have problems directing yourself and acting on your desires. You tend to bend to certain constraints that overwhelm you a bit. So be firm with yourself and don't take action unless you are convinced it is right for you. Having the moon in Virgo during Mars' last full day in your work sector could be a mixed blessing, but under control can be a huge advantage. Due to leave tomorrow and then not returning for another 2 years, Mars will be doing his best today to convince you that you don't have time to breathe, that you are so busy that all you can do is push yourself to the limit to get it all done. The reality is that while this is a day for putting everything you have into everything you do, take it too far and you either burn out or are no longer productive. The moon allows you to trust your instincts but can make you over-emotional, exaggerating things out of proportion. Ahead of Mars' return to your relationship sector tomorrow and the energy this will put into your relationships, the planets that are more focused on the dream or a sense of what's possible have a chance to spend one last day wishful thinking. It is Mars' return tomorrow that will usher in a time of action and of walking the talk. Our eyes in the sky. There are no major transits happening today. The energy in the cosmos heightens our intuition and gives us the capacity to dream bigger and better. All of the water energy swarming around in the sky might make us feel a little more emotional than usual, which isn't uncommon during Pisces season. Rather than get swept up in your emotions, allow yourself to release your feelings by writing a letter to the universe or others expressing your sentiments. The more you get them out there, the easier it will be to navigate through the day. If you have a vision that you want to get off the ground, now is a great time to manifest the project. Don't be shy about stating what you want to accomplish. The universe is looking out for you now and giving you the intuition to know what needs to be done to complete the task at hand. Trust your gut feelings today. They can help you exceed your expectations. There is magic in the air, and you can catch it and make it reality. The temptations could be to poke holes in others' beliefs that we find ridiculous or untrue. Keep your opinions to yourself right now. It won't do any good to argue about this today. Also be careful about telling yourself a negative narrative. That way of thinking will be very hard to avoid. However, show people they can count on you and you'll earn points with them that will last long into the future. In the pre-dawn hours, the Pisces moon opposes Saturn in Aquarius, inclining us to moodiness or depression. We may be literally isolated from loved ones, or otherwise feel there is an emotional wall preventing others from seeing or hearing us. This influence will pass relatively quickly. In the meantime, we might brainstorm ways to better connect with our own inner authority. What steps could we take to embrace our capabilities and competency? The moon then enters a void of course lasting until tonight. Avoid starting projects and let the natural flow of the day take its course. In the early afternoon, the moon forms a quincunx to the Pisces sun, signaling distractions. We aim to demonstrate compassion and empathy towards others, yet in the back of our minds, we want credit for our good deeds. We may feel confused, questioning whether we can truly be selfless and altruistic if there is nothing in it for us. However, there's nothing wrong with desiring acknowledgement for a job well done. Wanting attention doesn't make us bad people, and by conflating altruism with asceticism, we deny the power we have as individuals to effect positive change in the lives of others. If you are awake before the sun, treat yourself like royalty by staying in your cozy bed. Or if you're up early, treat yourself to an elaborate breakfast, ideally made by someone else. There's an early morning Moon-Jupiter opposition that can transmit good feelings and the desire to be super generous and kind, but the more nice gestures you make, the more attention you get, which is something that you probably won't want during this aspect. You like doing things for others now because it makes you feel good, not because you want to be recognized for it, and the more thanks you get, the more it actually lessens your experience. But don't try to overcomplicate things too much now.